It's Thursday, January 2nd, 2024. Thanks for joining me today. A lot to talk about. Please feel free to comment down below. Love the comments. The audience loves the comments, a wealth of knowledge. So please comment down below. I'm going to get right into some of these articles. First one from CNBC, stocks close lower in volatile start to 2025 as S&P 500 losing streak grows. Dow Jones down 154 points today. 10-year bond yield sitting right at about 4.56 as I make this video. Oil was up around $1.70 today. Gold, as I make this video, is up over $32, sitting at $26.58. Bitcoin up $22.60, sitting at $96,800. So more volatility. And wow, it's already been a crazy 2025, and we're only 2 days in. Mortgage demand dives nearly 22% to end 2024. Where are all those realtors that were writing me constantly on social media telling me, I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm wrong, business is booming? Where are they? Where are they? Maybe they got tired of lying to everybody. Because the truth of the matter is, mortgage demand dives nearly 22% to end 2024. Refis fell 36% from two weeks before. Mortgage applications are down 17% from a year ago. This is a real estate collapse, ladies and gentlemen. People in the industry are getting absolutely annihilated. You're seeing more properties hitting the market, inventory rising, days on market is rising. We're at around 7% on a 30-year right now, and I would not doubt, I would not be shocked to see in 2025 that go to 8%. Could very, very easily happen. Seattle waffle shop owner shuts down business over new $20 plus minimum wage law. I've cried every day. This is what the owner said. She's cried every day. She had to close her doors Monday. And we're going to see a lot more of this. And this is so unfortunate, especially for the mom and pop establishments. Fox Business, states where minimum wage will rise in 2025. 21 states will increase their minimum wage in 2025, meaning this is going to be a raise for 9 million workers. And in return, it is going to put more businesses out of business, especially small businesses, the mom and poppers, the little restaurants, the little retailers. They just cannot do this. Out here in California, I mean, paying $20 for somebody to flip burgers, and it's so competitive that there's restaurants paying $23, $24 to do the same job. For a job that was meant for retirees, high school kids, college kids, these are now jobs that, you know, people are literally working full time. They might work a half a day at Jack in the Box and go work a half a day at Taco Bell. This is now a career for people, and these minimum wage increases are going to continue to decimate businesses, especially small businesses. The big corporate guys, it's hurting them too. To pay this amount in labor, the increases in insurance, the increases in rent, it's just really hurting everybody. It really is. But it's going to be the small mom and poppers who get hurt the worst because they don't have the deep pockets that a McDonald's does, or a Burger King, or a Taco Bell. And yes, maybe, you know, some of these restaurants will shut down, but there's always going to be Taco Bells and McDonald's and Jack in the Box and Burger Kings and all that stuff. But your local mom and pop place where you get really good food, those places are on life support. And it's really, really a tragedy. 10 questions we should all be asking about the New Year's Day attacks. This on the Hedge today. If you get a couple minutes, check it out. The main question is this the end, or is this just the beginning? And I'm going to ask all of you the question, is this the end, or is it the beginning? Please comment down below. I want to know your thoughts on this. We've had two incidents that took place in one day, January 1st. Was that a coincidence, or is there more to that? Because these crimes had a couple similarities. Who rented the vehicle? Nobody knows. Who made these devices on both of these attacks? Nobody knows. Are both of these incidents lone wolf situations? Probably not, but nobody really knows. But there are some similarities. They were done on the same day. They used the same rental car company. Both of these guys were veterans. Both spent some time at Fort Bragg. Both of them spent some time in Afghanistan. So a lot of similarities, coincidences. Who knows? Let me know your thoughts. But a very, very shaky way to start out the new year. New Orleans Cybertruck bomber. Both of these guys, this on the New York Post, as I just said, both served Fort Bragg. Ghost Town. Thousands of empty seats at Sugar Bowl as Notre Dame, Georgia fans choose safety over showpiece game after the attack. You know, I looked at some of the pictures of the stadium, and there are a lot of empty seats. A lot of empty seats. A game that would be completely sold out had a lot of empty seats. The thing here that we need to take into account is that this is a football game. If these incidents continue into something else, maybe they start hitting some businesses, a shopping mall, maybe they hit something down on Wall Street, maybe they hit a big, an NFL game, whatever. Prayfully, hopefully this will never happen. But imagine what it would do to the U.S. economy. Imagine what it would do to the economy if people didn't go to football games. Imagine what it would do if people just didn't go out and shop. If something started happening at grocery stores, people are too fearful to go to the grocery store. They're not going to go to the mall and spend money. You could see how quickly they could shut the U.S. economy down with fear. People would literally be scared to leave their homes. So they could start hitting sporting events. That would hit the economy by billions. They start hitting the financial system down in New York. People are afraid to go to work. They have to shut the market down. This could cost billions upon billions of dollars. So they don't have to do a whole lot to really shut down a segment of the economy, which would cost billions of dollars, maybe trillions of dollars. Who knows? So when I see this many people not show up at a game, they're winning. They're winning. And this is what they want to do. They want people scared. They want people fearful. And look, I'm not hanging out in large crowds. I'm not going to be going to Vegas anytime soon. I'm not going to any big music events, nothing like that. Forget about it. I'm laying low. But hey, if you're into big crowds, you're into that scene, more power to you. I just please exercise situational awareness. But how quickly they could really, really shut things down. New York City mayor says crime is down after man pushed into speeding subway train. We talked about this the other day. In fact, I think there was another incident. When are people just going to have enough of this? And how can these politicians just continue to lie to our faces, especially in New York, that crime is down? New York City is a damn war zone. You know it. I know it. Here's another one from the New York Post. New York City subways have seen attacks for 5 days in a row despite cops and National Guards. So we've had, in the last 5 days, we've had people torched. We've had people thrown in front of trains. We've had people stabbed. We've had people thrashed. This to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, this to me does not even look like America at this point, especially when you go into a big city. Whenever we go into Los Angeles and I see the amount of crime, the drugs, the graffiti, the vacant buildings that are just rotting away, the infrastructure, the streetlights that don't work, the homeless, the tents. This does not look like America. Maybe where you live, maybe you live in a nice small town in the Midwest or the South or somewhere in Utah. But when you go into New York, you go into Los Angeles, you go up to San Francisco, Oakland, Seattle, this don't look like America, does it? it is really, really sad what we're witnessing. This is a very, very slow collapse, ladies and gentlemen, but all you have to do is look at your major cities, and you know, just by looking at those cities, that something is wrong. We are collapsing as a nation, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. Here's one from the Daily Mail. This was interesting, and I've been watching a lot of videos on this. Maybe you have too. Mystery as thick fog sweeps the United States with reports of burning chemical smell in the air. Now, I've seen different cities across America with these massive fog storms, and the fog is different. There's like particles in the fog. It's very, very weird. But I bring this up because this morning I took Nugget out for a bathroom break, probably about 6 o'clock in the morning. And I walked outside, no fog, sun was kind of coming up, and I could smell something in the air that smelled like a chemical. No fog. But it was very, very bizarre. I've never, ever experienced this ever in the past. But there was something very, very potent in the air that I've never smelled before. Again, no fog. The air seemed pretty clear. Very early in the morning, but very potent, and I don't know what it was. Now, if you've been experiencing this fog, you've been smelling things in the air, please comment down below, but this was very, very odd. Never experienced anything like this before. We have no fires. The air seemed clear. The sun was just about coming up, and no fog, and something very, very potent in the air. A very chemical type odor. Not sure what it was. Now here's another one, very odd, coming from the economiccollapse.com. On New Year's Eve, lightning struck, and I did not know this, I was not aware of this, maybe you were, but let me know your thoughts. On New Year's Eve, lightning struck the U.S. Capitol, the Washington Monument, the Empire State Building, and the One World Trade Center. Now I watched all these videos today of lightning striking all of these buildings. And this was really strange. Question is it an omen? Does it mean something, or is it just a coincidence that all four of these buildings were struck by lightning on New Year's Eve? Don't know. What are your thoughts on this? Are we being sent a message? Watching a little bit of the news today, I'll tell you, we are not off to a good start for 2025. And I'm going to stick with the forecasts that we're going to see big problems in the stock market in 2025, the housing market, commercial real estate, bond market, all of that. We're going to see big, big trouble. You can almost see it with your own two eyes how this is all going to go, as we're going to see multiple things collapse. We're going to see them pull the rug right out from these markets. And of course, they will blame the new administration. Hope I'm wrong. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. And you have to ask yourself, what if I'm not wrong? What is your situation going to look like? How are you preparing? You know, yesterday was another stark reminder that you are on your own. If violence erupts, you are on your own. If the markets collapse, you are on your own. If the electricity goes out, you are on your own. So I want to remind all of you today, it is imperative that you are preparing, that you are not getting complacent. I felt that the last couple months of 2024, markets, were soaring, all-time record highs, day after day. And I think people were getting very, very complacent. Then all of a sudden, market starts cooling down. We start seeing some real volatility. Yesterday, we see some very violent acts take place here on U.S. soil. And all of a sudden, people are sitting back going, hey, wait a minute, maybe we better not be complacent, because there's a lot of things happening, and it's happening very, very quickly. And, it's really out of our control. But one thing we can control is our preparations, and that we're protecting ourselves. We're adding skill sets. We're adding the food, the water, the training, and just having a plan. And your number one asset is God. So be walking close to God. I want to, as we enter this new year now, a lot of people will, say, do this, do that. This is the number one thing you need to do for 2025. The number one thing you need to do is be walking closer to God, asking God for direction and strength, adding to your skill sets, adding to your security so that you can protect yourself, your family, your assets, and then go down the line. Yes, wonderful, get yourself out of debt, but be walking close to God. Make sure your security is in order. Then start taking care of your debt and start adding to your preparations, ladies and gentlemen. We will close our eyes here one day and we're going to open our eyes somewhere else. And I hope you know where you're going, because time here on earth goes very, very fast. You never know what tomorrow brings. So be prepared, because you may close your eyes here one day, but you're going to open your eyes somewhere else. And I hope you're going to the right place. So God bless every one of you. Stay strong, stay prepared, continue to prepare. Pray for America. Talk to all of you very, very soon. Take care.